because we're gonna do another one just to show you guys. Update on the 20B, the right-hand drive. So we already got the plates. We just got one more to do, but we did a really big street port. That's the clutch for it, twin carbon clutch. So it should rev pretty happy. I'm still debating whether or not to do Bridgeport or half bridge or something like that. I guess it'll be a surprise when we start it. We already got the computer, but you know, since it's not sponsored, I don't care to tell you guys what it is. But we'll get it turned on. Got the manifold getting made. As soon as the manifold's made, we'll put the turbo on. Our engine's gonna be built this week, and we should have a running car in the next couple weeks. All right, so we did the part of the external oil mod. This is the new oil passage now, right here. It used to be up here. We eliminated that. That's gonna be solid dowels. So we filled the whole passage with JB Weld to seal it. So if there's ever a case where you crack the plate over here or on the other plate, it's not gonna leak oil. So this is our new oil feed right here. So bearings degroove. All the bearings are on. So next is build the rotors. So we got all 3 rotors built, plates ready, plates and housings over here ready to stack. I'm just gonna get some RTV, get the little, you know, the studs, the bolts, everything like set up, ready to go, and that should be it. So got the twin carbon disc on, lightweight flywheel, all that stuff. Backlash is already set. We got it under 3. So the next part is that whole process that we did, torquing it, spinning it, you know, leaving the front plate loose and housing with an extra tolerances on the machine work. We have to make sure that it did not bind the bearing. Like I said, they're not aligned from the factory. That's why Mazda had left a taper. This is a factory dowel pin, and this taper leaves you room to adjust and aligned. So the way to test it after you torqued it to see if it's good is you want to pull up on it, and it should move up and down freely. See, up, down, up, down. So this tells me that the bearings are perfectly aligned and it's not binded. Everything checks out good. We can throw this engine in the car and get it running. So the motor's torqued how it's supposed to, so the only thing left is putting the front cover, putting the oil pan, and putting it in the car. The engine for the Brown FD is built, and we have it already in the car. I didn't get any footage of it getting installed, but right now we have the engine in. We got the harness ran, I got it terminated, and the manifold's getting made right now. So I sent the jig out to get made for the 80 mil turbo. Oil pan, everything fits, mounts are on, everything is like where it's supposed to go. Finish the wiring, intercooler piping, water pump, starter, you know, like the battery cables, you know, little things here and there, fuel lines, and we'll have a first start on the high compression 20B. So I'm excited to see how it sounds. All right, so we got the coil harness done. Engine harness is all hooked up, grounds, all that stuff. So we're gonna make an intake gasket, fuel pump, hook it up, the feed line for the turbo, and some vacuum lines. That will be the first start. All right, so we turned the car on. Still gotta do the downpipe. And we had a little coolant leak, which we already fixed. But let's turn it on so you guys can hear how it sounds. the engine started and break in. Now that we got the car running, we're gonna adjust the fans. So this shroud, I bought it for cheap because it came with them shitty fans, but the shroud's nice. So I bought some Spall fans. But with rotaries, you want good cooling. So these are like the best fans you can get in the market. The high output, they fit perfect. Bolt it down and then wire a relay for each fan. That should be all we need to get the car to stay idling. The only other thing we need to do is the downpipe, which I still gotta figure out. All right, so we got the fans on, and these things crank, like big time. So I got both these fuckboys over here vaping on it. It's gonna stay cool for them long burnouts. All right, so Ron did a old school throttle bracket right here.
Alternator bracket.
Alternator bracket, converted it into a throttle bracket. Now we got throttle. All right, so the 20B, the brown car is done. The only thing left is tuning it. So I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of it running. We're gonna do a little bit of a pull or drive it around the shop so you guys can hear how crazy it sounds. Right now we did a 7 PSI pull. It's looking really good. 454. This is a graph right here. So from 55 is peak torques all the way to redline, which we have it low right now. And horsepower peaked around like 71. So this is what I wanted to see, what the scallops and the high compression did to help with this car. So this is only 7 PSI. That is 7 PSI only, 486 already. So this setup looks really, really promising. So I'm pretty pleased with these numbers. 7 pounds, 490. 490 horsepower on 7 pounds is a lot of fucking power. We're gonna address some stuff with the fuel system because, you know, it's still stock fuel rails. And then we gotta hook up the boost controller and raise the boost from there. So we already got a pretty good start with it. Look, I fucked the whole place up. It does it like nothing. I was just playing with the throttle.